Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rachelle and I'm going to do another reading like I did yesterday, but with a different deck. I'm going to use my Osho Zen deck. I'm just going to pull cards and see what comes out and just see if I can figure out the narrative based on what the cards say. I'm just using one deck. Guidance, 3 of rainbows. Okay, being guided in a new direction, but looking back as you are being taken. You're definitely being taken. Compromise, 6 of rainbows. It's like this new, there's having to compromise in this new direction that you're being taken. Creativity. Empress. That is Taurus and Libra. For me as a reader, also Virgo energy. Compromise. Not being fully pleased. Yeah, it's like you're having to make some kind of major compromise in order to go in a new direction. You don't want to go in that direction, but then you get to the other side, you get there, and you're like, oh, it awakens something within you. It awakens this creativity. You are tapping into your intuition here. Oh, it could also be where you are being drawn away from a situation where you felt like you had to compromise, where you and another, or you in a group, or whatever the situation is, there was an agreement that no one really gets what they want. These two figures do not look happy at all. But it's like, well, we've made this vow, we've made this agreement, we got to just keep, they've almost got like a pinky swear thing going, except they're just touching the pinkies. They're not even like wrapped around. There's like okay, fine. And it's like there's something about that you're saying, but no, I made that vow, I made that agreement, but no, there's a part of me that still wants that, but the universe, because there's an angel here pulling this figure away, it's the universe saying, this is done, because you are meant to go in a new direction where you can create existence. Magician, we've got Virgo again, we've also got Gemini here. This is like a solo journey. You were over here compromising with another or others, and it was depleting you. Even if that was just, like taking the spark away, the sparkle out of your eyes. And there's something about reconnecting, getting that sparkle back. Recognizing that it's like you're tuning into the cosmic energies. We got the moon here, we've got all these stars, the shooting star. And you're really embracing the feminine part of yourself. Because we all have feminine. We all have feminine and masculine. And the feminine is about going within, contemplating your own existence. It's about doing the deep dive. It's about tapping into your intuition. She's touching the moon. Nurturing yourself and others. Primarily yourself here. You're bringing the joy back. You resisted this, but then it's actually like way better than you even could have imagined. And then we have 3 of fire here, experiencing a new way of living. A new way of being, She's hugging a tree, experiencing what it means to connect to other energies. Everything is energy. And through this contemplation of your own existence, you're recognizing that, you know, it's like everything is made of stardust. And so you're stepping into this energy of appreciating things around yourself, experiencing the world in a new way, exploring. It's like going out into the world and exploring it from a child's eyes, as if everything were brand new, as if you were from some other planet, and you're like, wow, like, look at everything that's around me, and really like embracing the experience. Consciousness, Ace of Clouds. Yeah, this is a very, you're tuning in, tapping into the sacred part of yourself. There's some kind of upgrade to your consciousness. This feels like it could be like a spiritual awakening or a spiritual upgrade. Schizophrenia. 2 of Clouds. Okay. Interesting too that this lands underneath compromise. Excuse me. Wait, hang on. As I drip all over myself. You're still looking back. You're having this new experience. You're developing your creativity. You are exploring your consciousness. You're coming to some kind of truth. But there's still something about being stuck or being tied to 2 places. There's something about needing to let go. It's like you don't need to compromise anymore. Patience. And she's pregnant, like the Empress. You know, the Empress is often depicted as being pregnant. There's a need to be patient here as you develop your creativity, as you contemplate your existence, and you come to a new understanding of who you understand yourself to be, and you understand your place in the world, in the universe, whatever that looks like for you. So where you feel stuck here, or, you know, you find yourself kind of vacillating between different mindsets, that's a part of the transition. That's a part of the change. You're going through a change here. You may still have loyalties to people, places, situations that you feel, maybe you feel guilty, or, you know, you feel somehow responsible or something, and that's okay. Typically when we change, our life changes, and it's gradual. It's not always a huge shakeup that just suddenly everything's different. It doesn't feel that way here, at least. It does happen. But there's, you know, with the moon cycle here, there's a transition. There's something new that's growing within you. That could be creativity itself. That could be that leaning into your creativity, letting yourself explore new ways of doing things, new hobbies, ideas, whatever it is. That's birthing something within you. Or you're meant to create something out of this exploration. Inner voice, high priestess. For me as a reader, this is all water signs, Cancer and Scorpio and Pisces. We have dolphins here. There's this playful energy. Everything was really serious in this situation. It's not fun. That, like I said, like the sparkle was, left your eyes, and now here it comes back again because you're tuning into your inner voice. You're contemplating who you are, who you could be outside of a situation that forced you to compromise. And you're tapping into this new playful energy. And there could be somebody coming in who's circling you, or who has been there, or maybe it's an energetic kind of connection before it is kind of realized in the 3D world. But regardless, it's this inner voice is basically saying, let's go play, let's go have some fun. And flowering. There's so much feminine energy here. This is the Queen of Rainbows, hanging out underneath the giant donut. And there's this circular energy as well. There's something really, it's like you are going through this flowering process. And it is a process. Have patience. You will get to where you want to go. And in the meantime, you may find yourself still feeling stuck. It doesn't mean it's going to last forever. It's kind of accepting that part as well. That's all a part of the journey. Eventually, you will learn that you can let go. That's where your inner, it's like learning to listen to your inner voice. And your inner voice says, yeah, let go. You don't need to hang on anymore. And in doing that, here's your, this flowering. It's not just growth. It's like, the flowers come up before the fruit. You're moving into a place of bounty. But you gotta go through the process. To get the fruit, you gotta have the flowers first. And this is you being very, very grounded, very in tune with your environment. You've done the deep dive in your emotions, and there's this playful energy, and now you can nurture. Now you've learned how to nurture yourself, nurture others. There is kind of a yin-yang thing going on here, because half of her hair is dark, half of it is white, black and white. There's that balance. You started out being reluctantly taken away from a situation that you felt tied to, and eventually you're going to end up in a place where you're like, oh, yeah, like fully connected, tapped in, tuned in, and able to nurture those around you, but yourself first and foremost. And then from there, it just continues. You just keep growing. You keep expanding. It was all meant to happen. Yeah. All right, let me get a meme or a quote from this little deck that I created recently. If you want to be good at something, you must first be willing to be bad at it. Yeah. Maybe that's a part of it too. You're having to you're tapping into this new creative part of yourself. Or to doing something creative. And you need to experience it in order to really, it's like any kind of artist needs to, when they first pick up their instrument of, whatever they're doing for their creativity, most likely aren't great at it right out the gate. They practice. They put a lot of time and effort into it. And it's a part of the joy, is just the creation itself. And eventually they become masters. And then they create the masterpiece. And that's kind of what's happening here. You're learning how to be bad at something so that you can get good at it. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.